Hi, this is your professor Sudha Kolathuparambil, section 5.2, the addition rule and the rule of complements. The objective for this section is compute the probabilities using the general addition rule, and by the addition rule for mutually exclusive events, and compute the probabilities by using the rule of complements. So first look at the first objective. An event that is formed by combining two or more events are known as the compound event. One type of compound event is probability of A or B. Probability of A or B means event A or B occurs whenever A occurs or B occurs or both A and B occurs. So probability of A and B is actually probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. We can analyze the formula using an example. So in this example, we need to find the probability that a randomly selected adult is likely to vote or favors the law. In the first approach, we will use equally likely outcomes, and in the second approach, we can use the formula which I explained in the first page. So first circle the numbers that correspond to the people who are either likely to vote or who favors the law. So favors is this first column, likely to vote, that is the first row. Then add those numbers. Then the probability of likely to vote or favor, that is 872 divided by the total, that is equal 0.872. Probability of likely to vote, so add these numbers in the first row and divide by the total outcomes in the sample space. Probability favors the law, that is favors the law, so add these two numbers and divide by the total outcomes in the sample space. Probability likely to vote and favor, so likely to vote and favor, that is the intersection of these two, right? That is 372. So probability of likely to vote. So if we are taking this as like a event A, event B, so this is event A, event B, so it will be P of A plus P of B minus P of A and B. Why we are doing this is, while calculating the probability likely to vote, we are counting this 372. Probability favors the law, that time also we are counting 372. So basically we are ending up counting 372 twice. So if we add only these two, like probability likely to vote, so if we are saying probability of A or B, that is equal P of A plus P of B, if we have only these two, that will be a number bigger than this. So we are just adding these two. That is happening because we counted 372 twice. So in order to fix this, we need to subtract the probability likely to vote and favor. So we will subtract that. Whatever we counted twice, we are subtracting that so that we will get the answer. That's how this formula coming, like we need to subtract probability of A and B. Mutually exclusive events. Two events are said to be mutually exclusive if it is impossible for both the events to occur. That means A and B cannot occur at the same time. A die is rolled. Event A is the die comes up with 3 and event B is that the die comes up with an even number. Odd number means 1, 3, 5, 7 like that. Even number 2, 4, 6, 8 like that. So 3 is an odd number. So die cannot come up with 3 and come up with an even number. So we can conclude that these events are mutually exclusive. Now let's look at another example. A fair coin is tossed twice. So event A is that one of the tosses is heads and event B is one of the tosses is tails. So if we toss two coin, the possibility is we can get tail and a head, or head or tail, or both heads or both tail. So it is possible to get a head, event A head, and the other coin tail. So that is possible. So this is not a mutually exclusive event. If events A and B are mutually exclusive, then the probability of A and B will be equal 0. So the previous formula, probability of A or B, this probability of A and B will be equal 0 if A and B are mutually exclusive. Then the formula will become just the addition rule, like probability of A or B will be equal probability of A plus probability of B. If there are more than two events, like assume all these A, B, C, D, everything are like mutually exclusive events, then it will be just the simple addition of probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C, like that. In this example, in a recent year of Olympic Games, the total athletes participated, also the number of athletes from 3 different countries are given. And we need to find the probability that an Olympic athlete chosen at random represent the US or Canada or Mexico. So these events are mutually exclusive. So we just have to add the probability that athlete is from US plus probability of the athlete is from Canada plus probability of that athlete is from Mexico. Then add that. Here we just use the simple addition rule because it's mutually exclusive events, because it is impossible for an athlete to compete for both the United States and Canada, or an athlete cannot compete for both the Canada and Mexico, like that. So if that particular athlete can compete only for the particular country. That's why it is a mutually exclusive event. Now let's look at the complements. If there is a 60% chances of rain today, then there is a 40% chance that it will not rain. The events rain and no rain are complements. So complement of an event says that an event does not occur. So if A is an event, the complement of A is an event that does not occur. The complement of A is denoted by A and a small c at the top. Some complements are straightforward. For example, the complement of the plane was on time is the plane was not on time. In other cases, finding the complement requires some thought. Okay. Recall that the complement occurs when the event does not occur. If an event does not occur, then its complement occurs. If an event occurs, then its complement does not occur. So let's look at this example. 200 students were enrolled in statistics class. Find the complements of the following events. Exactly 50 of them are business majors. Exactly 50 of them are business majors means a number of business majors is not equal 50. That will be the complement. More than 50 of them are business majors. So since they are using more than, we need to use the opposite of that. So it will be 50 or fewer of the students are business majors. At least 50 of them are business majors. At least 50 of them are business majors. So fewer than 50 of the students are business majors. That will be the complement. Either an event A or a complement must occur. For example, it must either rain or not rain. A and A complements are mutually exclusive. So probability of A or A complement equal 1. They are mutually exclusive events because probability of A or event A and B cannot occur at the same time. So we can just use the addition rule. So this will be probability of A plus probability of A complement, that is equal 1. Then if we subtract this probability A from both sides, we will get probability of A complement equal 1 minus probability of A. So let's look at an example. According to the Wall Street Journal, 40% of the cars sold in the recent year were small cars. What is the probability that the randomly chosen car sold in that year is not a small car? So this is a complement of that event. So probability not a small car equal 1 minus probability of choosing a small car. So probability choosing a small car is 40%. 40% in decimal is 40 divided by 100, that is 0.40. So subtract that from 1, we will get 0.60. So in this section, you learn the general addition rule to compute the probability of events in the form probability of A or B, how to determine whether the events are mutually exclusive, how to compute the probability of mutually exclusive events, and how to determine the complement of an event, and how to use the rule of complements to compute the probabilities. So the addition rule for the mutually exclusive event is simply add the probability of each event. And the rule of complement is probability of A complement is equal 1 minus probability of A.